So the episode begins with Makima basically pulling up to the Zenin clan household, and we already know what's about to go down. So she pulls up to the Zenin clan household, and she's basically starts talking to Nayo and Zenin, and he's basically like, "Hey, where the fuck is my sword?" And he's chit chatting. He's like, "Remember when I used to bully you when you were younger? Where did the time go? Where did the time go? What are you saying? Should we recreate it?" And basically, they're just saying, they're chit chatting, and she proceeds to leave him and goes in search of the weapon which she came for. Now we all know what's about to happen, but truth be told, if it was up to Maki, she wouldn't have eliminated all of them, but she just had to because they wanted to kill her. So she arrives at the place where the weapon is being stored, and she thinks she's about to get it, but then she enters it and sees her father with her sister on the ground, and he's there. He already pieced her up. Now it's for the sister's turn, and the sister's like, "Why'd you come, you idiot?" And he comes in. Now at this point, I'm thinking, okay, this is food for Maki. This is about to be an easy fight, but it's not. And she locally was holding her own, but then when the sword got sliced in half, he used curse energy and kind of got the upper hand because Makima can't see curse energy. And so, he's dragging the both of them to this place, I guess a dungeon where the curses are. And he's like, "I can't believe the only reason why I wasn't head of the clan was because of you two freaks of nature." And he's talking about his children and how they had disappointments and failures, and how that's the reason why he wasn't the Zenin clan was because of them. And he just throws them in there. And I'm like, at this point, I'm just shocked. I thought Maki was supposed to kill everybody. What's going on? And it's at this point in time where her sister comes up, and I guess I don't know what she does. I don't know if it's like RCT. I don't know exactly what she does. But basically, she gives up her life. And the way how it works is because these guys are twins, it's not like your average twins. Like, these guys are basically one person. And because they're separated, Makima has heavenly restriction and her sister has curse energy. But because they're supposed to be one person, Makima kind of still has some curse energy left in her, right? So she can't use the full power of heavenly restriction because he still has curse energy. It's not making any sense. It's broken. And so she realizes this, the sister realizes and gives up her life. And she's like, "You know what? I'm about to give her my life. You better kill all these niggas, bro. You better kill all these niggas." And, that's what she does. And after the sister dies, she said, "Hey, I'm taking the curse energy with me." And after that, Makima is able to use the full extent of heavenly restriction. And it's at this point in time when she comes out of the dungeon and the father is just shaking in his boots. He is scared as all hell, but he is terrified because what he sees isn't Makima. He sees Toji Fushiguro, and he does not want to fight that. And this fight ends quickly. She just gets his head sliced in half. I don't even think he realizes it. And that's when they sound the alarm, like, "Hey, what's going on?" And they gather everyone. And this is where the real massacre comes into play, because the foot soldiers, as we'll call them, these are like, your basic foot soldiers. They come in droves. Like, I'm telling you, like multiple people coming in. And they're just there, and they basically are ready to just put down hands. And we all know Makima in full heavenly restriction just wipes the absolute floor with them. Like, there was this one guy who thought he did something with his staff. He just ended up getting sliced up. And it was just a massacre, really and truly. It was easy. It was just nothing. It was just like, I didn't even know how to explain it, but it was over in seconds. There was even another scene where she just skated up with so much blood, and she just skated to this one guy and just punched him in the belly. He just went flying. And after she's massacred the foot soldiers, here comes the head of Hay. Well, I guess the Hay is what they call them. And I'm thinking, okay, yeah, here comes in the big guns now. I'm like, yes, let's see what happens. they're nothing. Like they get pieced up too, bro. This one guy with a sword, he was able to block one of her moves, and they generally start aura farming with this speed, and then she just comes out of nowhere and just grabs his head. I don't know if it was his throat, and the sword just ricochets back into his head. And it's just deadly. And then this old guy comes in, he's like, yeah, I'm about to, and she just pieces him up, and he goes flying. And then now there's this guy, I don't remember his name, but he has this interesting curse technique, which is, I don't know, which is like gravity. Like he just pulls down the gravity, like he controls gravity. And Makima's just there, and she's just like holding her own. And you can see the flexing in her muscles as she just withstands the gravity and just pushes back against it. And it's just like with raw strength, you can see the full power. Like this guy is going all out and she's just pushing back against it, bro. And he starts bleeding out. And like, I think it's Toji's brother. I don't know if it's exactly that. I might be wrong. He's just there all farming. The guy's telling him, hey, you need to kill her now. And he's just there all farming. But he does use his move. It reminds me of One Punch Man with serious punch, consecutive punches. And he just straight up obliterates the entire battlefield. And, obviously she's not dead. And the guy's like, yes, we did it. We killed her. And I guess he didn't really realize it. He must have died before. But she comes out of the smoke with the head and just chucks it into the water. This is where we get to the final scene where she goes against Noira. And I must say, Noira, I think, was the only one who actually put up a decent fight. He was doing something with his 24 frames per second. But all he had was speed. He had no strength. He had nothing. She was just taking the hits as she was counting, trying to figure out his moves. And when she did, oh my days, when she did, he comes back around, tries to get her with the I don't know, a roundabout swing. Makima just comes with a devious right hook. I don't even know, a straight punch to his face, bro. Straight punch. And the shit hurts when it gets replayed 4 different times. He just gets laid down on the ground. He goes up to Maki and he's like, you're fake! And he just punches in and is like, well, what did you say? I didn't hear you. And that's basically how she does it. She just wipes them all out. Noira isn't dead at this point, but he is brutally, seriously injured. And the episode ends off with her basically injuring the mother, because the mother isn't dead yet, but she's gonna die. Slices her up, and she leaves the Zenin clan with her sister's body. Noira tries to do something, but the mother ends up killing him. And yeah, that's basically where the episode ends. Noira's sister is dead, and Makima's unlocked the full power of Heavenly Restriction. This is one of the episodes which we were waiting on. I must say it delivered. It was pretty well done. The animation was amazing. And let's see what happens in the next episode. I'll catch y'all next week. Make sure to like and subscribe.